You know how online trends just explode overnight? One day you've never heard of something, and the next it's all over your feed. But what if all those trends are doing more than just changing what we buy or what we watch? What if they're quietly rewriting something way, way more personal, like who we are?
It's a wild thought, right? Seriously, think about it. When you look in the mirror, is the person you see really you, or are they kind of like a mosaic, pieced together from all the latest things the internet told you that you should be? That's the big question we're going to dig into today. And that brings us to this idea of the digital mirror. So imagine your social media feed isn't just a mirror that shows you who you are. Instead, it's this strange kind of mirror that's constantly suggesting how you should look, how you should act, and even what you should think. I mean, just think about how fast this stuff moves. A new TikTok dance, some weird fashion choice, a new piece of slang. It goes from being totally unknown to absolutely everywhere in like a couple of days. That speed, that incredible velocity, it really makes you wonder, are we actually making a conscious choice to join in? Or are we just getting swept up in the current, mindlessly copying what we see? So why? Why do we do this? To get the answer, we have to look away from the screen for a second and look into our own psychology. And it turns out, this impulse is tied to a really old, really powerful human instinct: the safety of the herd. This brings us right to this key concept: herd mentality. And what's so important to get is that this is not new. It's not some invention of the internet. Nope, this is a deeply ingrained survival instinct. For thousands of years, staying safe meant sticking with the group. So when we follow a trend today, we're pretty much just tapping into that same ancient need to find safety in numbers.
It really all boils down to three main things. You've got that built-in need for safety we just talked about, and of course that powerful desire to belong. But let's be real, there's another big reason. It's just easier. The amount of mental energy it takes to decide what you like and who you are every single day is huge. Following the herd kind of simplifies all of that down to just one choice. Just do what everyone else is doing.
But there's always a catch, isn't there? There's a trade-off for all that safety and simplicity. And that's what we're calling the price of fitting in. Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. On one side, you have the herd. It's pretty passive, right? It's all about following, copying, and looking for safety. But on the other side, you have the individual. And being an individual, that's active. That means questioning things, making conscious choices, and looking for what's authentic to you. It takes real effort to step away from the comfort of the group.
And this leads to a really powerful, honestly, almost uncomfortable idea from the source material. It suggests that just following trends might actually be a sign of emptiness. That maybe, just maybe, if we're constantly filling our lives with the next new thing, it's because we're using the noise of the crowd to avoid the quiet and kind of difficult question of who we really are.
Okay, wow, so that all sounds a little heavy. I get it. But here's the good news. There is a way to navigate all of this, a way to find that balance. And it all comes down to asking one real question.
First things first, we've got to redefine what it even means to be intelligent in this digital world. It's not about being the first person to jump on a new meme or discover a new song. That's not intelligence, that's just being a fast consumer.
This is where true intelligence is. It's in self-awareness. It's about having an internal compass that's so strong that the winds of all these trends can blow as hard as they want, but you stay pointed in your own direction.
And the most powerful tool we have to build that compass is, believe it or not, super simple. It's a single question. Before you buy the sweater, or try the dance, or adopt that new opinion that's everywhere, you just pause and ask yourself honestly, do I even want this? Is this urge coming from me, or is it just an echo from my feet?
And here is exactly how you put it into practice. 3 easy steps. First, just pause. That's it. Create a tiny little bit of space between the impulse and the action. Second, ask the question, do I even want this? And third, and this is the hardest part, act on your true answer, even if it means you're not doing what everyone else is doing.
So here's a little challenge for you. This week, what's one trend, it could be big, it could be small, doesn't matter, that you're going to just pause and question? Look, the goal isn't to reject everything out there. It's simply to choose consciously, because your identity is just way too valuable to be outsourced to an algorithm. Thanks for tuning in.